the Ninja.
Good, what's good? Duet Ninja here in the building. Thanks for dropping by to the YouTube page. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about one of the topics that comes up a lot on my profile on TikTok, which is race hustling. Go figure. So we're going to talk about what the hell that means, which is absolutely nothing. It means nothing. Like, seriously, it means nothing. It's a coping mechanism is what it is. And we'll also talk about the hypocrisy of the meaning of movement, especially when it comes to a positive outcome for all. Yeah? Dig it, man.
Really, man? That's all I do? See, man, dog. Come on, man. Really? You obviously haven't been looking through my content, bro. Come on, man. I think this is like the second time you commented on any of the shit I put out there. And I got like 1,500 videos, dog. I mean, come on. Really? You really think this is all I do is what you proclaim to be race hustling? No. I mean, look at my shit. Truth, context, action. All right. If somebody wants to post stuff about, black wealth, great, go for it. I come from the classroom, homeboy. All right. I taught history. I mean, I have a background in psychology. That's who I am. I'm not gonna go out there and be fucking Robin Leach, bruh. This is real to me. And upholding the Constitution is part of the problem of why we are where we are right now, bro.
So that video you just watched, that happens quite. So race hustling is really predicated on two words. Race, right? And if you've seen the previous video I did on race, you'll know that race, well, how I feel about race. I mean, I can't tell you what to think, but you can, feel free to look at the evidence for yourself. That race is made up. It's a political construct made to divide and conquer the populace. And we've all fallen prey to it. We all have. It's been intermingled in the fabric of this country and, in fact, the globe for technically hundreds of years. So it is what it is. But so you have the word race, which is false, and the term hustling. Now that has different connotations to it. It could be a negative, it could be a positive. Adding that word to the term race and how we see it, especially when somebody who looks like me is talking about things that people relate to race, that tends to be a negative. It tends to be a negative. Poor chaps. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But one thing I do not do is pander or do something or make up some type of story to get likes and follows and a reaction out of people. It's childish. I try to be exact in the terminology in the language I use because that normally translates to action. There's three primary pillars to the existence of the Duet Ninja. And that's truth, context, action. Truth, context, action. Those three things are essential, in my view, to getting individuals to think outside of the norm, but to come at it from a place of compassion and learning and not visceralness and hatred and blaming. Okay. Pointing out what's wrong with people in your community, people in your world, people in your country, in your state, your county, city, whatever, from an angle of again, compassion and understanding, that normally leads to dialogue. Now, if the other person is not willing, well, that's a whole other animal. But that normally leads to dialogue, and in that instance, one has well, more than one. Those individuals have a chance to grow, and hopefully in a righteous manner. And that's what I'm about. Okay, so for those of you guys who don't follow me on TikTok, this is more or less an introduction. It's funny that I'm using race hustling as a as an avenue for that. What the hell you doing, bruh? So it is what it is. Um, the next topic was about oh yeah, a revolution, a movement. So I guess it all boils down to why a movement has to happen. And in that sense, what does that movement pertain to? That'll give you a lot of answers. So in the video that you're getting ready to see, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was about it was in relation to somebody asking, I mean, how do you fix this problem? And then somebody wasn't very happy about if people hurting anybody for the sake of a movement is wrong. Don't ask me. Just watch the vid.
Okay, so here's why that comment is draped in falsehoods. Any movement. So you're saying that the Revolutionary War was wrong because George Washington didn't fight for the British? The Revolutionary War, the separation of the 13 colonies from the British Empire, that was a movement. So you're going to say that? Come on, man. You just don't like the fact that BLM had to begin in the first place. And if you think it's predicated on a lie, then you're foolish. It's been going on for years. Somebody just came up with this notion of, Black Lives Matter and ran with it. There's something called innovation, creativity, predicated on political awareness and justice. Cowards die 1,000 deaths.
So, welcome back. Yeah, it was interesting, huh? To put it shortly, violence has followed man on this planet since before recorded time. Survival is a extremely basic instinct, fight or flight. And when you have a collective, a group of people, community, in a situation where they have to make a choice on, defending themselves or doing something to bring about change, it's never quiet. Toes have to get stepped on. Hopefully it's just toes that have to get stepped on and not necks. But that's normally the situation. That was an intriguing comment. Really, you can't? What? I'll be damned if I fault another human being for standing up for themselves, especially when it comes to protecting themselves. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, it has to happen. The question is it in a righteous manner or in an evil manner? I hate to use vague terms, but I'm trying to make a point. So I'm not going to be going to the streets holding up a sign saying stop hurting Nazis. That ain't gonna happen. Sorry. So it does depend on the circumstances, but violence is what it is. It's a part of our humanity, and you know, to get things done, you have to make choices, and yeah, hopefully it doesn't have to come to that. But you know, anyway. So hey, thanks for dropping by. We'll see you guys next time. You know, feel free to send comments, questions, and questions primarily to my email. That way you can really, you know, you don't have to show the whole world what your question is. That way it can be kind of like, you know, like, ooh, I didn't think about this, or you know, because if you put your question in the comment feed, you know, other people won't be picking up on it and things of that nature. If you want a direct question to me personally, then yeah, feel free to email me. My email address is, got it? Cool. All right. Email me, hit me up, and we'll discuss some topics, and we'll grow together. Yeah. Be on the lookout for the podcast. It should be coming out probably around early June. I got to line up some more guests and start recording. Yeah, that's the hard part, is lining up schedules. Once we get on the microphone, it's gonna be cool. You guys are really going to enjoy that. But yeah, y'all hold it down.